Well, hello NE family and welcome to Anything and Everything with myself, Nina Masugu. Say it with me now, the place where every topic gets a seat. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and join our official NE gang. Now let me be the first to say it. We're back, okay? Welcome to season 2. Now on this season, we are taking you inside the experience. That's right, we are going behind the scenes. We are pulling back the curtains and we are chatting all things events, from the planning, the production, and all the people that make the magic happen. And today we're in the heart of Pretoria 012 Central. We're here for one of my favorite events ever, Tshwanefontein, right? Now, Tshwanefontein is celebrating 10 years. You heard me, that is a decade of good music, good vibes, and unforgettable experiences. Now, it's become more than just a party. It has become tradition, right? A culture, and home to its people rather, that return year after year after year. Now, what most people don't see is what it really takes to put everything together. And today, we're going behind the scenes. We want to know what it takes to make the Tshwanefontein experience happen. This is 10 years of fun. Come with me. Joining me today and to tell us all about the fun experience, I am joined by the big dogs, okay? The event and execution director, popularly known as Boogie. What's up, Boogie?
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
All right. How are you?
I'm good. It's bright and early.
Yeah.
How's the day been so far?
Um, it's been all right.
Yeah.
We got a bit of a head start by, starting things yesterday.
Okay.
So far, should be on track.
Should be on track.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're feeling good? You're ready for the day?
I think it's going to be a beautiful fun.
I think so too. I mean, it's always a beautiful fun.
It is.
And I want to hear all about that.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, I just want to know more about your journey. So you are events and execution director. Tell us more about that. And you've been with Homecoming for quite some time.
Yeah, I have. I got into events around 2015. Couple of us as friends who were students.
Yeah.
At Tux back in the day. We were doing a night market called Trip Switch.
Okay.
Myself, Tolo, Atabs, a couple of our other friends as well, were like contributing to the cause. It was very informal, small back in the day.
Okay. Like a little gathering.
Yeah, it was really informal.
Yeah.
Compared to what we're doing now.
Yeah.
And I did an internship with Homecoming in 2016.
Okay.
I guess, after that, did a lot of freelance work in the event space, stage management, production management and stuff like that. I left for a few years, worked in FMCG in what was formerly known as The Style, and then came back to Homecoming in 2019.
So how many years in total can you say you've been with Homecoming?
8 years in total.
8 years in total.
Yeah.
And how's that been? How's that journey been?
Challenging, interesting. I've got to learn a lot about not just the industry and the space that I'm in, but a lot about myself as well.
Okay.
I don't know about other people's industries, but I've been pushed to sort of critique myself a lot.
Events will do that to you, hey?
Yeah. So you're always on to the next one. We don't really spend a lot of time celebrating the wins.
Yeah.
So it's helped me grow a lot as a person, and in the job that I do as well. Always trying to push the envelope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can still see you in the event space in the next 10 years.
I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's currently set up time right now.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know what it actually takes to put funds together.
Yeah.
So what I'm here for is to see all of that. Can you take us through it?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go. Okay, Bogi, so I'm seeing really hecticness happening
Yeah.
Take me through what is happening right now in real time behind the scenes.
So yeah, right now we are pretty much finalizing all the seating.
Okay.
Technical is going up on stage. That should be getting sound checked in about an hour and a half,
Okay.
just before show.
Okay.
And then, we're loading in a lot of the sponsors as well. All our brand partners, Johnny Walker, Corona, Aromat is inside setting up. So yeah, everything pretty much happens in the morning here at Fon.
Okay.
Sort of bean bags need
You
to
are
be
morning people at fun, basically. Okay.
early morning, early risers.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so seating plans being laid out. Cleaning is happening throughout the venue.
Yeah.
Um, technical, all of this stuff. And then sort of once we're done setting up, then we clear out whatever isn't in use.
Okay.
And we use the last sort of 30 minutes to an hour to get show ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing all of this happens within a space of 2 hours. All
No,
of this hecticness.
no, this,
Give me an estimate.
we start at 7 a.m.
Okay.
Until around 11:30.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
and then doors are at 12.
All right, cool. So 012 Central has been home for Tshwanefontein for years.
Yes.
What is it about 012 and how important is a venue when creating an experience?
I'd say venue is probably like top three things.
Yes.
Location, location, location.
Yes.
Anyone in retail will tell you that.
Tell you that, yes.
And so for us, the reason why we're here in the CBD, I mean, you look back to when Fun started in 2016, the CBD wasn't generally where young corporate people would come to groove.
100%.
Yes,
yes.
And so there was a regeneration plan around that time for the CBD. And we sort of selected this venue because it represented a lot about what we wanted Tshwanefontein to stand for.
Okay,
Okay. It is the fountain of youth, and
There's the fountain of
this
youth.
is where things are bubbling. This is where things are happening.
Love
right
that.
in the CBD.
Yeah,
And at the time it was
people come here.
at the time it was a bold move, to get people to come
I
and
can imagine.
party
Thinking about
in
the safety, the parking.
safety, parking,
Yes,
all of
yes,
those things. So
yes.
we had to sort of get through those barriers to show people that you can actually put on a really good experience in the center of Pretoria.
Yeah.
And the venue has been our home for 10 years now, 10 years of
Yes.
Tshwanefontein.
Yes.
Yeah, not
So we're
much
not
has changed.
moving anytime soon.
We're never gonna move Fun. Okay, let me
Yes.
not say never, but the venue is fit for purpose.
It is fit for purpose.
We don't want to make Fontaine a 5,000 people
Yes.
event.
I want to get into that now that you're saying that, right? In terms of crowd flow and venue layouts, like, do you guys plan that, okay, we have to accommodate X amount of people in terms for the crowd to flow? How important is that? Planning.
Yeah, so we have a number in
Yeah.
mind that we do for every Fontaine. That number is important in two ways. You want to have a really good balance of energy, vibes,
yeah.
but also you
100%.
want people to be fairly comfortable,
Yes,
right?
yes,
So
of course.
that's another reason why we can't just sell more tickets. Oh, guys, just drop more
Yeah.
tickets. We can't.
And
right?
once it's sold out,
Yeah,
eh? Trust me.
sold out is
Yeah,
sold out.
yeah.
So we have to balance that, those two things.
Okay.
Creating a really good vibe and energy, as well as keeping the show comfortable.
Yeah.
But also dealing with videos, people they like a certain level of comfort. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Okay, that's interesting. So I want us to get more into the operational side of things, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if people know how hard it is to, plan something and stay consistent, right? What are some of the biggest operational challenges that you deal with behind the scenes that we don't know about?
Operational challenges for
Yeah.
Fun.
Give me one that is just this one was a tough one.
I guess one of the challenges would be trying to make space and create value for all of our brand partners.
Okay.
We do have a fairly small space,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
so we don't have a lot of room for activation and
Yeah.
doing doing the
So
motion
you
of
must
band.
use the space wisely as
Yeah.
well. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's always challenging to find a balance for our brand partners to say, how do we get them into the space and how do we also allow them to create activations and experiences that not only resonate with the consumer, but also generates value for them as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, yeah, I guess that'd be the only real challenge outside of selling the tickets, I guess, you know.
Yeah, which I really don't think you have a problem with.
You
We
got,
all know
you got to keep selling.
you gotta keep selling.
Yeah.
So, Boogie, the one thing I know as a person that has been attending Fontaine myself, it's all about the experience, right?
Yeah.
And I want to know, what's the first thing that you lock down when you build the experience for us? Like number one.
Um, across all of our events,
Yes.
the most important thing for us is consumer comfort.
Oh, ooh, lovely.
That's
Yes.
what we sell.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
whether it's a Fontaine, a Friends Like Me, a Sun City takeover, consumer comfort is always a priority for us.
Of course,
And
yeah.
so that it's a big part of our experiential side of the show.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'd say it's the first and most important thing for us, always, regardless of which event it is.
Okay, so I know you gave me that, but give me another one. Give me a non-negotiable when creating a Tshwane, especially a Tshwanefontein experience, something that you won't compromise on. Like this one, we have to, no matter what.
We will never compromise on two things specifically. We'll never compromise on security, and we'll never compromise on the quality of technical production.
Okay.
Big factors for us. I think we pride ourselves in how safe we can make people feel in our spaces.
Okay.
And it's part of the reason why people keep coming back.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's not just security's job to make people feel safe. That's what we believe in here. It's our job as well as people who are working the show.
To make sure that your people are feeling safe.
Yeah, so, you know, we want the people who even work with us, our external staff,
Yeah.
to sort of believe in the same things that we believe in,
course.
in terms of our values.
Yes.
We want to keep people safe. We want people to feel like they can even come to us with whatever concerns.
Yes.
So that, you know, no one leaves here feeling like I couldn't get any help or anything of
Couldn't
that
talk
nature.
to any
Or I
of the
couldn't
staff.
talk to
Yeah, they're
anyone.
non-approachable.
Yeah, that's why you always see our staff like on the ground.
We do.
So if
And we've made
anyone,
friends with a few.
Exactly. So if anyone has a question or a concern or
Yeah.
need a Band-Aid or whatever,
Yeah.
you can always find one of our staff members to speak
On
to.
site and
On
to
site.
assist.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you assist with heartbreaks? Well, I think first. No, no, I'm joking.
We can call
I mean, that's part of the consumer like experience, you know, and the comfort.
33030.
Yeah. So speaking of the experience, what do you protect most fiercely about Tshwanefontein?
The brand, man, and I
Yeah.
guess it goes back to some of the things that I've said before. It's the reason why we don't increase the capacity. It's the reason why we have sort of the level of security that we have.
Yeah.
And we sort of pay attention to the details, paying attention to the consumer.
Of course.
What that feedback mechanism is, as well as generally how people feel in the space.
Yeah.
The people that come to Tshwanefontein made it what it is.
Of course,
you know?
yes.
You can put out some furniture and a stage and book a lineup, but the people are sort of the other thing that build the culture.
Yeah.
And so if we feel like if we can protect the people and protect the energy that we have in the space, then ultimately we're protecting the Fontaine brand.
So speaking of the Fontaine brand, and you touched a bit on a lineup, right? Now, the one thing that you guys do best, you don't release a full lineup,
Yeah.
right? And you've done that for years.
Yeah.
But either way, the tickets will be sold out. So what do you think people have held on to that we know we're going to get a good vibe? Either way.
I guess I'll answer the question in two parts. We have a specific way of curating the lineups. And so like if you pay attention, you will notice some patterns in terms of how we curate. It won't be the same DJs.
Yes.
But the curation will sort of speak to...
And it always tells a story.
Yeah, so we'll curate in a certain way. And,
Yeah.
you know, back in the day, we never released any names, any lineups whatsoever. And then last year we had the back-to-back series where we just
Yes.
did back-to-back
Oh, lovely. That was
for the whole
great.
year.
Yeah.
And then this year we've got Friends of.
Friends of,
So we
yes.
had Friends of Storky, Friends of Kabza,
Yeah.
and now it's Tshwanefontein.
Yeah.
And so it's just different ways of trying to keep the consumer engaged without making the lineup the primary
Selling points.
selling point.
Yeah.
Because our selling point again is consumer comfort and experiential.
Yes.
So we're not selling you the lineup. We're saying we're gonna put together a great experience for you, and you just get to see Tshwanefontein as part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's been like that for years.
Yeah.
So the main thing is the experience, okay?
Keep the main thing the main thing.
Keep the main thing the main thing.
Yeah.
So I want us to talk about the main thing, your consumers, right? Your
Yeah.
list. What do you think is the one thing that they'd be disappointed in if it's not here? Like your loyal patrons. If it's not here, they're like, guys.
Geez, I think if the sound was bad, people would be really disappointed.
Because that's not what they're used to.
But also like, our people love music, and you know, ultimately, you know, the show is centered around music. You know,
yes.
as much as like we're not really front facing with lineups and whatnot, but our people love music, and part of that musical experience is ensuring that the delivery is on point as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think they'd complain on the spot and call you on the side?
They would, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They absolutely would. Like,
And be like, guys, fix that.
yeah, because people aren't afraid to speak to us, you know. We're always like on the floor,
Yes.
available for
Yes.
whatever. So people would definitely pull you aside.
And
and be
you
like,
guys are really easy to approach, is also what I've noticed, which
Yeah,
is nice.
yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, how do you, 10 years later, how do you continue surprising people while staying true to your brand?
yeah.
Because, I mean, you know, times have changed, you know, like how do you stay relevant and keep surprising your people while still staying true to your brand?
I think we put a lot of time and effort into knowing and understanding our consumer.
Okay.
So, you know, like I said earlier, we know that a lot of the people that come to the show have been with us over the years.
Yes.
And so it is a part of that journey is growing with your consumer. We don't like the same things that we liked 10 years
10 years ago,
you know.
100%,
We don't like
yes.
the same things that we liked 5 years ago.
Yes.
And so, you know, we work with a lot of young people in the company so that our
Is
fingers
that
on the
purpose
pulse.
as well?
Yeah, it's absolutely intentional.
Yeah.
Because we want to keep our finger on the pulse. We want people who are proverbially in the streets.
Yes. And who know what people want. And
Yeah,
what's
who know what
trending.
people want
Yes.
and what people respond to.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it really is a lot of, I guess, consumer education
Yeah.
that we need to do to find out what do people respond to, what do they like, what don't they like.
Yeah, what worked, what didn't.
Yeah, and trying things, you know. I think a lot of people are afraid to try things.
Yeah.
We've tried so many things and like they didn't work, but
So there has been things that hasn't worked.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But the Jeff Bezos calls it a two-way door or something like that. It's
Okay.
like the opportunity cost of trying something far outweighs the cost of not doing it.
Right.
So you might as well just do it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's not the end of
I
the
mean,
world.
what's the worst that could happen? Yeah.
So
Oh, that's interesting. And I mean, beyond the attendance, how do you measure a successful Tshwanefontein? Oh. Oh, you answered me very fast there. Yeah.
hey man, we got bills to pay.
You do have bills to pay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, look, success presents itself in different ways.
100%.
We've had successful shows where, the show sold out and everyone had a great time,
Yes.
and you know the feedback is great.
Yes.
And then like you just made a loss on the show. We've also had events where, it was great, and you know maybe it was just like another day at the office,
Yes.
or maybe it felt like that for us. But the commercials were really good.
Yes.
And so I don't think there's any one way to measure success. You kind of have to look at everything across the board.
Yes.
And what matters for us is did we actually deliver a good product? Ultimately, that's always going to be a success for us.
Of course,
Because sometimes the commercials don't translate immediately, and they come,
takes a bit of time.
way down the line.
Yeah.
And so for us, delivering a good product to the consumer is always going to be a good day at the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, at which point do you sit back and stand back and feel like, yeah, the experience has landed? Is it by the time we are sharing a step in front, or when like the vibe is picking up? When do you stand and be like, okay, now we're moving? At which point?
It's usually around 4, 5 p.m.
Why that time?
just before the sun goes down. I don't know. There's just something about it.
Yeah.
There's something about the sunset sort of
Hour.
twilight zone.
Yes.
Where something happens at
And by that
Fontaine.
time it's packed, hey?
Yeah, by then, pretty much all the tables are full.
Yes.
Most of the people are here.
Yeah.
It's a daytime event, and we
Yes.
always encourage people to come
Come
early.
early. Mhm.
Yeah, so usually around 4, 5, that's when things start picking up, and you really start to see the sort of shift in energy from, okay, I'm just having like a little beer,
Yeah.
to I want to take shots and maybe stand on a table, which you're not allowed to do.
Which
But
you're
yeah,
not allowed to do.
yeah.
Why? Why aren't you allowed to do that?
Safety. We've had people fall from the
Oh,
tables.
valid.
But you're
The
drunk and then.
experience is so good. Like you just
Yeah,
want to try on something, you know?
yeah, nah,
like,
nah.
But you guys don't allow that.
No.
No matter how good it can get, you
Hey,
never allow that.
please spare me.
Has it happened before?
Yeah, that happened before.
So that's why you stopped it?
Yeah.
Because you were like, guys,
It's just not safe. Yeah.
It's just not
You know,
safe,
we want
and-
people to have fun, but we have to balance the fun with, I want you to get home.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there ever a point where you're like, that other Tshwanefontein was way better than that other in terms of vibes?
Yeah, man.
Like when you look at it, like throughout the years.
I swear every Fontaine is different. Like it.
Because there was a time when you guys took a break with Tshwanefontein.
Yeah. Every fun is different. I like, also because you get a different mix of people at every event.
Okay.
Yes, you have like your season ticket holders and your patrons who come to pretty much every fun.
Yeah.
But the mix of individuals, personalities, characters, backgrounds, musical inclinations is always different. So you always get a slight variation in the energy.
Okay.
And you can look at some Fontaines and be like, that was good. You can look at others and be like, that was amazing.
Yes.
It's always a bit different. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so we've moved and we are officially sitting on the beanbags, which are actually part of the culture. So in all the years, you guys have made sure that they're here. Why is that? And they're quite comfortable, actually, I must say.
Yeah, when fun started and
Yeah.
it was like 50 of us and the staff, it kind of became a signature of the event. And yeah, it's kind of just part of the fountain of youth. We even take them to Sun City, so
Yes.
yeah, they're part of the aesthetic of
Yes.
Fontaine.
It's giving relaxed. It's giving
Yeah, daytime,
home.
have a cider, have a beer, chill,
They always
soak in the
fully
sun.
taken.
Yeah, people like sitting on the beanbags.
They really, and it's quite comfortable. I mean, I'm sitting quite comfortably myself.
Exactly.
I want us to just take it back a little bit, right? You mentioned that when you started out, you were an intern.
Mhm.
Yeah. Is that still a thing right now for anyone who's watching and anyone who's interested in working for homecoming events or interested in getting into the events industry itself?
Yeah.
Is that opportunities that homecoming still has open?
Up until last year, we were still doing the internship program. We have put a pause on the internship program for now, but it is still something that we intend to bring back in the coming years. It's the internship program is very important for us because, the company was built as a youth black company.
100%, yes.
So it's always very important for us to empower and inspire young people. You know, this company was built by young people, and much of the people that it still services to this day are young people.
Yes.
And it's very important then to involve, you know, the 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds in the process of curating events.
And it keeps you relevant as
Yeah,
well.
keeps
Yes.
you relevant, keeps you fresh.
Yeah.
You know, some of us are 30 plus now, so I don't really know who's the hot new piano app.
Oh, which TikTok
Yeah, which TikTok
trending
challenge,
yes.
you know, so
100%.
you know, it's always been a part of our company culture to
Yeah.
inspire and hire young people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you've been in events for quite like a long time, right? Do you think it's still the same then and now? Do you think one can actually make a career out of it? To anyone who's looking at people in events and they're like, oh, I want to do that full time. Is it something you'd advise?
No.
Looking at the way things are right now in this day and age, with the economy, the way the economy is set up.
Would I
Your
advise?
personal advice.
Would I advise someone to get into events? No. Go get a day job. Go get an office job. Sit in the aircon.
Okay.
Go home at 5.
Yes.
Weekends you don't work.
Weekends you don't
nights.
work.
There's no late nights. You know.
This is true.
Can you make a career out of it? Yeah, I think so. There's so many people that, you know, we know in the industry that have been in the industry for, you know, 20 plus years.
Yes.
And the industry is very broad. You know, I think a lot of times people think about events and they sort of immediately go to lifestyle,
Yes,
experiential,
yes,
outdoor events. But the industry is very broad. And right now in South Africa, I'd say there's been like a huge expansion
It has.
in terms of events over the last, I'd say, 5 years.
Yeah.
You're seeing a lot more brands come into the space and play into the space as brand-owned properties, you know, instead of just plugging in to existing festivals. And so there's opportunities in consulting in events, in marketing, in photography, videography, production. It's a really, really broad and big industry. You can make a career out of it, absolutely.
Yeah.
So many people
Do you
have.
think you need to go to school for it? Or is it a skill? It's either you have it or you don't.
You can go to school for it, but I will personally say I don't know anyone who's gone to school for events who's successful at it.
Okay, so what are you saying basically? It's a skill. It's either you know or I'll know.
Yeah, you got it, you don't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Look, I'm in events myself, and you know, on the ground, there's a certain type of oomph or energy that you must carry. Things happen on the spot. People are gonna shout at you. People are gonna complain, right? You need to know how to balance your emotions. You know,
Yeah.
you could be having your whole life fall apart, but people wanna party. I think it takes a certain type of person.
Yeah, it's a skill set. You know,
Yes.
like if you have the required temperament and sort of, you know, certain, I guess, emotional
Yes.
skill set,
Okay.
then you can make it. It's a very
Okay, speaking of that, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
Give me 3 requirements that, like, one person that wants to be in events needs to have. Driven.
okay. You got to be a self-starter. So you can't wait for things to get done. You have to be a person who just gets things done.
Yes.
Events are very time sensitive in the sense that if you sell t-shirts, you can buy 100 t-shirts and sell them over 10 years.
Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
it doesn't matter. They don't spoil. They're just t-shirts. They can just sit there in the warehouse. Events require you to do things at a certain speed. And so no one really cares why something didn't get done. It just needs to get done.
Yes.
So you need to be a self-starter. Secondly, I'd say you need to have a certain temperament in the sense that you don't panic in bad
Yep.
situations.
Yep.
You know, when you panic, everyone around you panics.
100%.
And then, you know, you don't really
It's a
get
mess.
anything solved. And then the most important thing I'd say is be a problem solver. It
on
is
your
probably
feet.
the number one quality of any good event manager or production manager
Yeah.
is be a problem solver. There's no event that doesn't have problems.
Yeah. So you leave your emotions at home.
Yeah, leave your emotions at home.
Leave your problems at home.
Be passionate about things, but your emotions can't get in the way of the work.
Of course. I mean, also in terms of any work.
Yeah,
also
anyway, generally.
Yeah.
I think just eventing is a bit different because you're not only dealing with your emotions, you're also dealing with the emotions of everyone that you interact with in the space, right?
And how you want them to feel as well.
Yeah, and so you have to sort of manage yourself, but also manage the person in front of you.
Yeah. Okay. Just one question based on sponsorship, right? I mean, a lot of people look at Tshwanefontein now, we've got like a lot of sponsors, and I can imagine things didn't start off like this.
Yeah.
Right? What do you think someone who's sitting at home right now is thinking of starting an event, how do you knock on doors for brands? Like, do you need to put together a pitch? Like, where do you start?
Where you start is by starting.
Yeah.
Brands love a proof of concept,
They do.
Yeah. Especially if you're talking like FMCG brands.
Yeah.
They're very focused on volumes and uptick and
The numbers, yeah.
sales numbers, how the consumers interact with their brand,
Yeah.
and whether consumers are actually taking up the brand outside of the event space, right? And so the best thing to do is start. Like I said, I mentioned Trip Search earlier.
Yes.
We started with nothing. We used to hire beer crates from the local tops.
And this is with your own money,
Yeah,
by the way.
this is just our money,
Yeah.
and we just start. And
Yeah.
if you have friends that have stuff, friends that are photographers, friends that have a speaker, whatever the case may be,
Start the vibe.
the best thing is to start. And
Yeah.
so, the other thing is you need to have an appetite for risk in events. More often than not, you will lose money. So if you don't have an appetite for risk and you don't have a good relationship with failure, it's going to present a lot of issues for you.
A good relationship for failure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, in terms of the 10 years, right? You've been with Tshwanefontein, like from the first one, right? What does the 10 years mean for you, personally?
I think it's a testament to how well everyone, sort of the team in the background,
Yes.
and all the suppliers, all the sponsors, the brands that we work with, how everyone has taken care of this, this brand, this
Yes.
baby of ours.
Yeah.
It's been important for so many people from whether it's careers or whether it's artists. So many young artists have come through
Yes.
the Tshwanefontein platform.
100%.
I mentioned Devin Goa earlier.
Yeah.
K-Matt, she started at Breakfast Club, which as a concept probably wouldn't exist without a Tshwanefontein.
Yes. I remember Breakfast.
So many young artists have come through this platform.
Yeah.
And I think it's a testament to all of that, is that it means something to everyone.
It's not just an event.
Yeah, and everyone sort of feels an ownership around Tshwanefontein, whether it's patrons or just us people working in the background. This thing belongs to all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys have quite the social media presence, right? And at some points we've been said, the patrons of Tshwanefontein have been, or of Homecoming, right? We've been said to be in a cult, right? And what do you guys say about those things when you're sitting in the office, like on a random Tuesday, and you're reading through those tweets?
To be honest, we don't really pay a lot of attention to it. Some of the comments are funny, some of the comments are funny, and like we'll share it in the group or whatever the case may be. But like internally, we obviously don't think of ourselves as a cult.
Okay.
But it's flattering that people think that we are followed like a cult. I think that says something about the brand and what kind of relationship we have with our patrons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And speaking of social media, what do you think is the responsibility that you guys have, as Homecoming events, because of the platform you've got such a huge platform online,
Yeah.
right? What do you think is what responsibility comes with that? Do you have to always, check what you tweet or the kind of content that you put out? Like, tell me more about that social media presence.
Yeah, I guess, look, over the years, the company has obviously grown and,
Yeah.
we've professionalized it a lot more. So there is a professional responsibility in, in terms of what we say online and what we put out and how we say the things that we say.
Yes.
But there is also a responsibility to our consumers. I'm not sure if responsibility is the right word to use.
Okay.
But social media is an engine for us to interact with our consumers,
100%,
right?
yes.
And so even when we are doing those engagements online, we have to still be relatable.
Yes.
Right? It's
Which you
still
really are, by the way.
right. It's still
Yes.
home. So
Yes.
we'll tweet in Spitori or we'll tweet in Zulu.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
The memes will be there.
the memes and
Yes.
whatnot
Yes.
because we're still a youth-based company and we still want to be relatable because we're not speaking to a lot of corporates online, right? We're speaking to the people who
Yes.
actually take time to invest their money and time into our events.
Yeah.
And so, we have to sort of keep that relationship with our patrons.
Okay. And speaking of relevance, right? I mean, 10 years is a long time. Things have changed, right? Has there ever been moments along the journey where you've had to reinvent certain aspects of the event to stay relevant?
Yeah, we've done. It's been quite a few changes
Yeah.
as the property has grown over the years. Like if you've been here since the beginning, like stage placement,
100%.
sort of even the stage itself, how it looks, our technical. We have made sort of small tweaks to how we present the property, and it's been necessary, obviously, as you want to sort of refresh what it is that people see in the show as time goes on, so that it doesn't feel stale all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Boogie, I know at some point I'm going to have to let you go because you open doors at 12 and your people will be here at 12.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've seen it. But before I let you go, I want to know, like, what kind of pressure comes with maintaining a 10-year legacy? Like, I mean, it's been 10 years. I can imagine, like, people are expecting it to stay the same, if not better. What kind of pressure comes with that?
There's no pressure, and then there's a lot of pressure. It's
Okay.
like the pressures of a sold out event are different to, when you're always trying to sell.
Yeah.
When you have a sold out event, you have a certain sort of responsibility to sort of keep trying to do that. And I think sometimes we are the victim of our own success.
Yes.
Sometimes the Fontaine will take like 20 minutes to sell out, and we're like, okay, what's going on? Did we do something wrong?
Wrong, yes.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
people not
like,
feeling this anymore.
Yeah. What's wrong, guys?
But
yeah.
but yeah, I guess the pressures for us is the same pressure we put on ourselves every day. Keep doing the right things, keep doing the things that we believe in, and we believe if we stick to our values and the things that we believe in around how to put together shows and how to treat people, we think that will translate in the long run.
Yeah.
And if we keep doing the right things, then the right things will come to us.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's been 10 years. What does the next 10 years look like?
The next 10 years, for fun?
Bigger vibes. Still the same vibes.
I'm not going to confirm or deny whether fun will be here in 10 years.
Okay, that's valid. We will be here to cover that. And
Homecoming will be here.
Yes, of course.
But I'm not going to confirm or deny fun. Yeah.
Okay. Do you believe in things coming to an end of era?
Yes.
Just in general?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now that you've said you don't believe in, you can't deny nor confirm, like just in general, in the event space, do you think there comes a time where we must say, yeah, it's a wrap now?
Yeah, I think all events have life cycles, man. Especially events that are high frequency.
Yeah.
I think the higher frequency, maybe the shorter your lifespan is. If you're talking about annual festivals, you can probably do it for 20, 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, even in that 20, 30 years, you probably have to do a lot of reinventing.
100%.
And so with something that's like monthly, very high frequency, it's very difficult to keep things fresh.
100%.
And so that shortens your lifespan.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything does have an end. I know we ended it before, we brought it back
You did.
by popular demand.
Yes.
But all good things come to an end.
This is true. The last question, I promise. So I've seen you guys as a team, you go out to certain events, right? Speaking of reinvention, do you go there to do research, or do you go there to see how other people are doing things, or you go there for team building? Like, or a little bit of everything?
Sometimes it's team building.
Yeah.
Other times we're benchmarking. So, we'll go to festivals,
Yeah.
whether it's locally or abroad, to benchmark and,
Yeah.
and see what's out there. What could we be doing better? What are other people doing?
Yeah.
Sometimes you go and see what you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
You know?
And what's not working?
Yeah, so we're always trying to be at the top of our game, and part of that is understanding what the competition is doing, even if they're not your direct competitors.
competition, yeah.
I might go to an Afrikaans show
Yeah.
because maybe they have something in production that we've never
That
thought
you've been
about.
up, yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
So, yeah, it's benchmarking for the most part.
Oh, please finish this sentence for me. Tshwanefontein will always be
The fountain of youth.
the fountain of youth. Oh, I love that. Boga, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Like I said, it's been a pleasure. I know I need to let you go now because you need to go work, and your people will be here in literally a few minutes.
Absolutely.
But thank you so much for having us today. We truly enjoyed it, and thank you for bringing us inside.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers.
And just like that, the music will fade, the stages will come down, the dust will settle, but the memories made here will live long after the weekend ends. 10 years of fun, and the story is still being written. Thank you so much for coming with me behind the scenes. I hope you learned a thing or two about what it takes to put the legendary Tshwanefontein together. I'll see you in the next. Bye.